So today I've got for you a perfect example of how embarrassing admissions help to prove that the Bible is true. So this happened in a live stream recently when I was talking about like a little story regarding how I'd come to film a video. And during the conversation that I was having, I just let out the admission, well, this is what I said.
But the reason why this video was shot where it was shot, so this is some woods around the back of where I live. And the week before I shot this video, I'd had everything set up in my room here. I was filming this video and it was really good, right? It was a really good video. I'd scripted it. It was going really well. And then I realized the problem. And the problem that kind of happened, and this is like real YouTuber problems, but the camera was like at a very low level, pointing upwards directly up at me. And because I always wear my baseball cap and I didn't want this shadow thing, I got a ring light and I put it just like down in front of me, shining up to illuminate this section underneath my hat. And what I didn't realize this evening when I was shooting some videos was that I was actually shining the light directly up my nose and the camera was pointing directly up my nose. And even though I'd blown my nose to the best of my abilities, there was a massive bugger right up there. It was horrible. And I had shot 3 videos back to back. So I'd scripted and shot 3 videos, one after each other. Okay, I'd sat there for about an hour and a half filming these videos. And then I started editing them and I could just see like the inside of my nose. It was absolutely appalling. It was just mortifying. So I had a little tantrum. I was like, oh my days, how am I going to deal with this, right? How am I going to?
Now, I ask you, is there any doubt within your mind whatsoever that that story about the contents of my nose was made up? Any doubt at all? I would imagine not. And that's the point. That story was absolutely super embarrassing. I cannot believe that I said it. You know, granted, there probably wasn't that many people watching, but it's out there in the public. And frankly, I just not want to discuss that with anybody face to face. And that's the point that we're making. There are so many things within the Bible which are embarrassing to the authors. You just wouldn't put them in unless they absolutely happened. You wouldn't talk about people like the apostles disowning Jesus and running away. You wouldn't say things like it was a lady who discovered that the tomb was empty, considering at that time their testimony was worth less than a man's testimony in that culture at that time. You know, you've got the absolute silliness of the apostles just arguing about who's the greatest. All of these different admissions are embarrassing, and obviously you're not going to put those things into a piece of text that you're writing unless they absolutely happened. Hopefully that real world example of an embarrassing admission can really drive home the point that I was trying to make. If you've got some thoughts about that, get them down in the comments. I'd love to speak to you there. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.